Some mornings you wake up and it already feels like the weight of the world is pressing down on your shoulders. You haven't spoken to anyone, haven't checked the news, haven't even gotten out of bed, yet your soul already feels heavy. If you are an empath, this sensation is all too familiar. You don't just feel your own emotions, you absorb the energy, moods, hidden pain, and unspoken anger of others, even if they never say a word. You move through life like a finely tuned antenna, constantly picking up the emotional frequencies around you, while unconsciously losing connection with your own rhythm. We live in a world that celebrates noise. Constant notifications, loud opinions, unprocessed trauma, and relentless speed. In this context, if you are a quiet observer, emotionally attuned, sensitive, and deeply aware, you often feel different, even as if you were doing something wrong. Then comes guilt. Guilt for wanting space. Guilt for canceling plans because you need rest. Guilt for setting boundaries or cutting ties with a toxic friend or even a family member. Worse, you begin to think that perhaps you are the problem. But what if the real problem isn't you, but a system programmed to make you feel ashamed for protecting your peace? Carl Jung once said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." Yet empaths often spend years becoming what others expect. The healer, the listener, the emotional caretaker, often for people who never ask, "Are you okay?" We remain in these loops because we were taught that leaving is rude, that respect means enduring, and that family is forever, even when it erodes your spirit. That belief system is outdated. It traps you in cycles of burnout and confusion. The truth few admit is, no one, not your friends, boss, or parents, has the right to drain your energy. Love without respect is not love. A relationship without reciprocity is not sacred. It is a soul trap. In Jungian psychology, individuation, the journey to discover your true self beyond societal masks, requires a crucial step for empaths: learning to detach. Detachment is not just leaving a person or situation. It is freeing yourself from assigned roles, from guilt, from the notion that being good means self-abandonment. You were not born to carry other people's emotional debris. You were born to transform, to shine. But you cannot do so if your energy field is entangled in others' shadows. If you feel constantly exhausted, doubting yourself, or struggling to find motivation, it is not laziness, it is energy entanglement. Shifting perspective, stepping away from draining relationships is not selfish, it is sacred. True individuation cannot occur while people-pleasing or bound by guilt. Some relationships exist only to teach you lessons, and guilt or shame are energetic toxins designed to control you, not moral truths. Carl Jung said, "Shame is a soul-eating emotion. It stifles motivation, snuffs out your inner fire, and turns ambition into fear." The radical solution is to care more about your energy than your reputation, to stop over-explaining, stop rescuing those unwilling to grow, and stop equating your worth with constant availability. When you stop letting your energy leak endlessly, motivation returns naturally, because space opens for your voice, your vision, and your true mission. Clarity replaces guilt. Clarity comes not from doing more, but from energetic boundaries, what I call energy hygiene, like brushing your soul's teeth. Empaths don't need more motivation, they need less interference. Jung understood the importance of psychic boundaries. Without them, you absorb collective anxiety, fear, and the leftover emotional debris of unhealed people. Not all energy is sacred. Some is sticky, parasitic, manipulative, and distracting, especially from those who have never done inner work. Sensitive, open-hearted empaths without protection become perfect hosts for this energy. Therefore, clearing and protecting your energy is essential. Take inventory. Is your phone a portal for panic? Are your DMs a dumping ground for others' negativity? Does your home contain objects tied to unhealed trauma? Do you sleep next to someone secretly resenting your light? Every object, conversation, and space holds a frequency that either lifts you or keeps you trapped in old loops. Jung taught that the unconscious is vast, but to enter it consciously requires awareness. Empaths feel deeply, but rarely ask, "Is this mine?" Practical steps. Burn old letters, block numbers, clear your space with music and intention. Meditate to release what isn't yours. Repeat the mantra, "If it drains me, it doesn't deserve me." Begin saying no without explanation, even to your mother, especially if she reminds you, "After all I have done for you." Empaths are often programmed to equate love with suffering, but your light needs clean energy to shine. Protecting yourself is not cruelty, it is sacred clarity. If your light is real, and it is, you are here to create, build, heal, innovate, and share. All this requires energy, focus, and unapologetic detachment. This is not being mean, it's being clear. You are no longer volunteering to be someone else's emotional landfill. Don't try to fix everyone. Fix your frequency. When you leave survival mode behind, the right people will come to you. You weren't born to be small. Though the system taught you that kindness means silence, empathy means availability, and spirituality means self-sacrifice. This programming keeps you useful, but not powerful. A strong, whole empath is rare, challenging, and threatening to the status quo, and that is exactly what you are becoming. Jung's concept of individuation is not blending in. It is integration, meeting your shadow, owning your wholeness, and becoming fully yourself, not what the world demands. This process is uncomfortable, isolating, and disrupts your old identity. Motivation doesn't come from hustle, it comes from healing. The greatest healing is permission to be selfish, choosing yourself in a way that honors boundaries, respects your time, and declares, my needs matter too. When you stop overfunctioning, you hear your own voice again. You remember your mission, art, path, and essence. Motivation returns, not from pressure, but alignment. Moments that once felt like endless cycles of suffering reveal their purpose. They are invitations from your unconscious to face your shadow, release trapped energy, and open a new chapter in life. Pain is not the enemy, it is the messenger. By listening, you heal the past and open a future full of freedom and vitality. Many spiritually gifted people come from chaotic, painful families, not as punishment, but as a higher calling. Souls placed in darkness are forged to shine brighter. Your experiences, though challenging, cultivate strength, wisdom, and resilience. If you've asked, why me? Remember, nothing is random. You are here for a reason. When you embrace your mission, suffering becomes the canvas on which your light can shine with unprecedented power. When life feels overwhelming, return to your inner source. Remember your spiritual umbilical cord connecting you to infinite energy. When human love falls short, you can always draw strength from within. You are never truly alone, just reconnect with yourself. Spiritual awakening is rarely smooth. It can feel like complete collapse. Misunderstood, isolated, or unseen, you are invited to go inward, not outward, to find your answers. True strength is not in comfort, but in maintaining your light even in the deepest darkness. Every time you rise instead of giving in, every time you open instead of closing, you reinforce your connection to infinite energy. And looking back, you'll see that the darkest periods were the turning points leading to deeper maturity, peace, and freedom than ever before.